Your eyes are rolling in the back of your head, Patrice. What do you think about this Kony video?
It's idiotic.
Why is it idiotic?
The subject matter isn't idiotic. The bandwagon jumping and the armchair activism is idiotic. Like, he's doing bad things. The internet told me, reblog, stop him. No, read what you're reading. Like, look up Invisible Children on any of the charity watch sites.
And what do you find?
You find out that they are not above board. They do not have an external auditor, which is important when you have a charity. That's like you giving me $10 and telling me to go hand it to some African children. And whatever, after I get my ticket to Africa, we can work that out. And that's what the children end up getting, which is nothing. They donate less than 31% of what they get is used towards.
Are they partying in Africa?
They're not partying. They're aligning themselves with the actual, armed forces in Africa, as opposed to just being a neutral charity. They're trying to overthrow things.
Isn't that good? I like it.
They're not taking the right channels to do it. It's four white dudes and a whole bunch of money that just went to the Uganda and said, you know what, maybe we should align ourselves with this force.
I don't think I mind that. Let me tell you something else I like. Didn't play by the rules.
No, it doesn't eliminate child soldiers, though.
Do you know a man named Jonathan Rambo?
No.
Well, he went to these different countries. He wasn't allowed to. He'd line himself up with maybe a boat runner or something like that when he had to.
I'm slowly realizing that you also think barbershops have fights.
Yeah, I'm just ready is what I'm saying.
I realized what conversation I was entering to. There's beer brawls at the barbershop.
So people see this Kony video and they go, you know what, we got to stop this guy Joseph Kony from exploiting children. And people seem to get mad at what you said about. And I saw this video. That's all I saw. And I would see some people's anti-links, which I didn't see how you could be. That's what I want to talk to you about. I don't see how you could be anti. So, although I did say I would like to see Joseph Kony's slick video as well.
He's a problem. Kony is a warlord. He's a problem. I'm not saying he isn't.
So why is it bad that we found out later about it? That's what it seems to be like.
It's not bad that you found out late. I'm glad people found out. It's fine, but aligning yourself with invisible children isn't the answer.
What I am concerned with is when you look on the internet, there are different dates where Kony died.
Right. And they don't even know if he's still alive.
Yeah, and they're also but they're like, people are like, well, he died back in 2006 anyway, or there's I think a 2008, and there's different information everywhere, and also that's not a problem anymore. The children and
everybody's fine there. Yeah.
I don't know, but there's so much information that it's annoying, and I'm surprised at this point that it's not, and that our government isn't stepping in and going, here's the real truth, but who can rely on that either, The
UN is the one not handling it, but they're, I think, the best source of information on it at this point.
Maybe it's time for them to put a video with their child in it.
Well, I'll tell you what I see, what people seem, to me, it seems people are taking a lot of time to find ways that they don't have to take the time.
But you're doing the same thing.
No, I'm doing the same thing. How do you mean?
I'm saying
I am going to take the time. And there's nothing to do, by the way. It's not hard. I get it, slacktivism. I'm not going over to Uganda. I'm never going to be there in my life.
I like to laugh behind for what?
It's a shithole. No. But, and then how am I going to be saving these children? But all the video is saying to do is, hey, how about spread the word about this fucking guy? Put posters up about this guy. The way we know a Kardashian, let's know about Joseph Kony. April 20th, wherever you're at, let's put up a poster. Hey, Joseph Kony, we're looking for you. Maybe it gets so deep, whatever forest he's hiding, and he runs into a poster. Maybe shit like, is that so crazy? Now people saying, maybe it's a scam. They want you to buy their posters from them and a bracelet. I tried to buy a poster and bracelet. They can't ship these out fast enough. They're not taking orders anymore. They go, you know what? Here's PDFs of it. Just print it out yourself and post it. I'll tell you what, worst scam I've ever seen being run.
I get that we do get to do something, and you are going to step outside and post a picture. What I'm saying, the slacking in this department is you decided to see one video.
Right.
And I just said it's hard to find the other stuff. It's hard to piece it together. So I'm sort of right in the middle now. I don't even know what's going on.
If we can all agree this guy's a bad guy.
Yes.
But is he alive?
To me, that's the end of it. You know what? Let's say he's not alive. Let's even say he's not alive. I can't believe I wasted my April 20th night for 5 minutes putting up a poster. Who cares if he's dead? Let's say there's a Hitler, and we go, let's get this fucking Hitler. We put up posters, and they go, okay, you should check the news. Hitler wasn't alive, you idiot. And I'm like, well, then people are reminded. Who cares?
I'm not saying he's not a bad guy. I'm not saying it's not important to know who he is. What I'm saying is the organization that's informing you isn't necessarily any better.
But I don't mind.
I think the people of Uganda might mind. A bad for B bad. Like,
one's bad. If one, somebody brought up this point, saying it is dumb to think we could stop a warlord, that he'll be replaced by another. Somebody wrote. She's making a quote of this. Well, so what do you do? Never let anybody do what they want. It can always get worse.
No.
What we really need is complete, total economic infrastructure. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we need to do. We need to get to the root of the problem. Well, what's the root of the problem? We need a better infrastructure over there. Schools, factories, roads, cities, technology, a couple unicorns. That's the practical solution. No, you got this guy. You know who he is.
I'm saying they need UN intervention. I'm not saying that you have to set up a business plan on how to run Uganda. I'm saying 5 dudes that are just randomly collecting money are not the people to do it.
But that's also what this video is saying. We do need the UN intervention, namely the number one country, America. Let's start letting these people know.
Well,
let's keep it in the news. That's another thing with these posters. The news is only going to tell us things we want to know about to keep us watching. That's why it's more and more entertainment. It's our fault. It's not the news' fault. It's our fault. So they start seeing these posters. They start seeing the YouTube video, 75 million hits. They start seeing people with these bracelets. It didn't work out. They can't get these out fast enough. The news is going to go, okay, you want to hear about it? Let's do some reporting on it. Oh, there's election? Well, maybe I should do something about it.
Yeah, I get that part of it. Yeah, and I get yours, Patrice, where it's like maybe you shouldn't give them money. But
then don't give them money.
That's what I was going to say. What Keith's idea is, okay, I'm not going to give them money. Let's say there's this bad guy. I'm just helping to make awareness because that will
I'm totally up for the awareness part. I'm just not into the invisible children part.
Here's
I just feel more ignorant than ever before,
I know.
which is just
it's
so
hard.
sad.
It's hard. There's no side to pick. It's just there's a lot of misinformation and then there's too much information.
To me, the only sides are we upset with Mr. Joseph Kony or not?
Yes.
I am. Put up a poster and right under it, scumbag. I like it. This person has been to Uganda and he's upset about this, but it turns out he's upset because we didn't know about it years ago. He's like, I was telling people about this 3 years ago. Fuck you.
I knew about it.
It's a killer. It's a kidnapper. This isn't a band that you got into early and we got into it late. And you're like, fuck you. All right, I'm sorry. I just found out about it now. 75 million of us are aboard now. It's just, like I said, it seems like a lot of people are trying to convince themselves not to spend time on this April 20th. And I was amazed, okay, let me see. Maybe they're just trying to get money for these posters. You can't buy a poster, even if you wanted to. Blitzscout, she seems to know what's going on. At least she tricks me into thinking that. She is not pleased with these videos, or this video. They aren't naive. They are crass exploiters trying to rake in millions of dollars by manipulating college kids into feeling like they're achieving something by hitting a like button. By the way, that's all he's asking you to do.
No, he's not. You can donate to Invisible Children as a charity. The poster is a separate issue, but in general, if you go to invisiblechildren.org, you can donate if you would like.
You could donate. I'll tell you something. This video wasn't harping on the donations. That's not the way I saw it.
But at least now you know the name, and that if you Google that of all things, you're driven to give a donation if you can't give a donation for the poster.
Well, they could have been clear if that's their scam. Kony has been operating since the 1980s. He has indicated that he was indicted in absentia by the Hague in 2005. Hogs? In 2008, Bush supplied financial and logistics support, and in 2011, Obama sent more aid. The fact that most Americans never heard of a guy who has been torturing his countrymen for 25 years says more about Americans than anything, but the international community has been trying to deal with him already. Similar to other terrorist organizations, they managed to kill off some of the highest-ranking members, but he moves around too much. Well, let's get him.
And
keep moving. We'll keep going.
In terms of charity, I just looked it up of what percent should be spent on the charity part and what percent should be spent on keeping the business going. 60% program percentage typically indicates a satisfactory or C range rating. Most highly efficient charities are able to spend 75% or more on programs.
Right, and they spend 31. And they have no external auditor, which means there's no one keeping them neutral.
Well, I thought this person made a good point. Let's all just agree that child murder is a bit more offensive than managing a poorly run nonprofit.
But
no, because if you have $100 and you're giving it to a program and you're giving it to a poorly run, badly financed company, your $100 could have done better in a charity that actually does utilize its resources,
anything, which isn't much better. But
and then don't give it though. Then don't give it.
I understand that, but
I didn't know about this, Kony, and I bet there are people that can make a difference, and maybe they didn't know about it either. Who knows? I'll be out there April 20th. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much, Patrice.
Where are you going?
I'm putting up a fucking poster. I'm not telling you where. I got the prime spot. That's going to be quite visible. You'll see.
Yeah.
And I bet it'll be fun also.
See, that's the part. People are going so they can all say they went. That's the problem.
Who cares?
It's not doing it. It's the fact that, because tomorrow it'll be one-legged deaf autistic children. That's why.
But here's the thing. That is how you raise awareness sometimes. If that's how you raise awareness, if this is something that could change people's lives for the better, and you raise awareness knowing people's psychology and how to, let's say it's called trick them, but if it's for a good purpose, and I'm not saying it is. I'm getting a lot of negative feedback about this particular.
Right.
But if the raising awareness part, if it gets the job done, we still did something.
Why is being? I think we just get more and more jaded. I don't see why being jaded is so much better than slacktivism. Let's say.
I'm not saying to be jaded.
To me, Patrice, I think what bothers me is that people, I don't know, maybe to like I understand what you're saying, like you think you change the world and you hit a like button, but to me people are also finding an easy way to get out of it. Put a poster up, it takes 5 minutes, then go party on April 20th.
You're saying that people are aggressively trying to find
a way out,
a negative.
Yeah. A comedian said something on a talk show, I'm out. Who gives a shit? I read don't believe everything you hear about this video. What's a half-hour video, and it tries to keep your attention. It doesn't want to bore you too much. You want to look up more, then look up more. But these people can get out of it by somebody's sassy tweet. Sounds like slacktivism to me. You're right.
I don't have to do it.
Now I'll just slack.
I'm not saying that.
I won't even a vision.
KeithAndTheGirl.com